This is your weekly market watch for the Seattle area real estate market. Hey everyone, my name's Brendan Klaus. I'm your favorite Seattle area realtor. And today is Thursday, January 15th, and we're back with your weekly market watch. So this is the video that I put out every single week about what's going on in the market, specifically in Seattle, and what's going on with the interest rate. We always start with the interest rate. They are a big lever right now in terms of housing affordability. Affordability is determined by not only the interest rate, but the price of the home, and then also wage growth. Those are the three things that are impacting affordability the most right now, and they're also impacting the market really the most at this point. Right now, the 30-year fixed is at 6.04%. That was the biggest news last week, is that the 30-year fixed dropped below 6% for basically the first time in about 3 years. That is definitely big news. It's giving buyers a little bit more confidence to come out into the market and start shopping, because they can afford a little bit more. And for sellers, this is great news for you to kick off the spring market, which basically starts right now, because this means that these buyers have a little bit more confidence going in. They can hopefully afford a little bit more with this lower interest rate. Now, the 15-year fixed is 5.75, the 30-year jumbo is 6.34, and then 30-year FHA and VA are 5.7 and 5.7. 2%. So that's a little bit about the mortgage rate. Again, some of the biggest headlines of last week were all about how this mortgage interest rate had come down quite a bit. That I did a video on TikTok, basically the drop from about 6.2% to around 5.99% in terms of a 30-year fixed rate is about $70 difference for the monthly payment on a $600,000 house if you're putting 10% down. I definitely went through the numbers on my TikTok. If you want to look at that, it's super helpful to get an idea of what does that actually translate to in terms of like how much you can save as a buyer when that interest rate comes down by that amount. And the amount was about $70 per month on that specific payment in that scenario. So let's talk about the condo market. We are seeing numbers go up, which we expect to happen from the beginning of the year, really through probably like April, May, June is probably we're gonna see numbers continue to go up. This week we saw an increase of 94 new condo listings in Seattle at 191 new listings this week. We also saw pending listings go up to 109 pending listings, so up 16. So pending, the number going under contract is not quite exceeding or keeping up with the number of new listings, but this is kind of typical for this time of year. As we get into January, we're not quite in the spring market, but I do think that listing as a seller in January really rewards the seller because you are getting ahead of all of the competition and you are able to appeal to those buyers who are looking for something really early in the year and are eager to get under contract. Sold listings are up 7 as well at 68 for condos. Now for single family residential, this is townhomes and single family homes. We saw new listings were up 158, a huge jump there to 332 new listings in the past 7 days. Pending listings were up to 313, an increase of 131 new pending listings, and sold listings were down 4 at 217. So the number under contract pending, 313, is very close to the number of new listings, 332. So we do see people buying up that inventory, as well as probably some that was listed last year and still hasn't sold. So there is still time as a buyer to get a really good deal because you see some of these sellers that are still waiting from last year to get their home under contract. That might be a really good opportunity to get a good deal, negotiate a little bit more. Keep that in mind if you're a buyer starting now. A lot of buyers start in the new year. This is why the spring market follows. Buyers come out into the market and want to purchase something at the beginning of the new year. People start thinking about their plans for 2026. Similarly, that's when sellers start thinking about selling. So if you are planning to make a move this year, or if you want to know if this is the right year to do it, definitely reach out. We offer a free consultation over Zoom where we can talk about your real estate goals and a few strategies that you can employ and see what's right for you. The decision is ultimately yours and we're here to guide you. So reach out if you'd like to do a free consultation and learn more about what might be the right path for you and your real estate goals this year. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next week.